Tunisia's political crisis remains in limbo more than a week after President Kais Saied fired the country's prime minister, suspended parliament, and took on executive powers. It's one of the greatest challenges Tunisia has faced following its 2011 revolution. Here is how countries around the world are reacting to the crisis. The European Union urged all political actors in Tunisia to respect the country's constitution and avoid violence, while the European Parliament President, David Sassoli, called on Tunisian parties via Twitter to restore order and return to dialogue. France called for respect for the rule of law in Tunisia and called on all political parties to avoid any form of violence. And in a second statement, France urged Tunisia's President Kais Saied to rapidly appoint a new government. Italian Foreign Minister Luigi Di Maio expressed concern over the situation in Tunisia and called for respect of the constitution and rule of law. Italian authorities fear that the ongoing political turmoil in Tunisia may result in a drastic increase in migrants arriving from the country, while President Kais Saied claimed that some desperate youths are being paid to try to leave Tunisia illegally for Europe. Germany expressed grave concern over the recent political crisis in Tunisia, calling for swift return to democratic constitutional order in the North African country. Turkey expressed deep concern about the suspension of Tunisia's parliament. In a phone call with his Tunisian counterpart, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan underlined that maintaining the parliament was important for the democracy of Tunisia and the region. The US said it was concerned about developments in Tunisia and urged calm, but had not determined whether a coup had taken place. Later, the US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan urged Tunisia's president to outline a swift return to the democratic path. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates expressed support for the Tunisian people and the Tunisian presidency. Egypt said it backed the legitimate aspirations of the Tunisian people and offered support to Kais Saied. The United Arab Emirates, which has been accused by many Tunisian politicians of destabilizing the country, has expressed full confidence and support for the Tunisian leadership and Tunisian people. While Saudi Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud underlined his country's confidence in the ability of Tunisian leadership to overcome the crisis. Algerian and Moroccan officials were among the first to meet President Kais Saied following the suspension of parliament. Although both countries expressed support for Tunisia's people and their confidence in overcoming the political crisis, their position on what's happening in Tunisia remains largely unknown. During a press conference with Egyptian officials, Algerian Foreign Minister Ramtan Lamamra said that what's happening in Tunisia is an internal matter. Libya's head of the High Council of State, Khaled el-Meshri, expressed his rejection of any coup at the expense of elected bodies, while the head of Libya's Presidency Council, Mohammed al-Menfi, said in a phone call with the Turkish president that Tunisia's stability is part of the stability of Libya.